Hey guys, so today I'm going to be telling you what I think about getting an ESA letter online. So first let's start off with a disclaimer because I know this is a controversial subject and I know that a lot of people are going to have different opinions. And it's okay to have a different opinion than me. And I completely respect your opinion. I would like you in return to also respect my opinion. Although some of the things I say might differ from what you believe, that's okay. We don't all believe the same thing sometimes, a lot of the time actually. That doesn't mean we can't be friends, and that doesn't mean you can't, comment down below your opinion and we can definitely talk about it. And I would love to hear if you have a different opinion than me, as long as it's not rude or interfering. I would definitely love to hear other opinions that other people have on this subject. We can start a debate, let's just not be mean about it, because it's totally okay if you have a different opinion than me, and I really hope that you feel the same way, that it's okay that I have a different opinion. So I posted a video almost a year ago now, and it was called, what was the video called? It was about my experience telling my landlord that I was going to get an emotional support dog. And he didn't really take it that well. I'm kind of over it now, it's not really a big deal, but I was honestly livid at the time. Now, it's months later, it's almost a year later, and I'm kind of over that. It doesn't really bother me that much anymore, and the reason it really doesn't bother me is because everything he said, I still got my ESA, you know what I mean? And he still helps me and it's still okay. That is actually my most viewed video. It has 2,000 views, which is insane to me that anybody would want to watch a video that I put out. That just blows my mind that 2,000 people wanted to know about that topic. So I thought because people really engaged in that video that they would also like this video, because something I noticed and still notice when people comment on that video now is that everyone is asking, how did you get your ESA? Do you know of a good online place to get an ESA? Do you know of a good site to get an ESA? What site did you use? Did you go to an actual therapist? I want to use CertaPet. Is that reliable? And people commenting back, no, that's not reliable. That's a scam. And everything online is a scam. And I thought maybe I would not just clear the air, but kind of just let you guys because it seems like it's a subject that not many people are aware of. And I certainly wasn't aware of it. I did get my dog, my ESA, through CertaPet. And I know that probably for a lot of you is going to be a total turnoff. Why would you go online? Why would you pay that money? Just go to a normal therapist. It's not that easy because, and I've told you guys, also if you watched my, I think it was my doctor dismissed my pain mukbang. If you watched that video, I explain how I had not had insurance for about a year, and I have anxiety, depression, panic attacks, really bad. It affects my daily life. Not to say that if you live with another mental illness or physical illness that this is worse than those, because everything is valid, I also have physical pain too. I have chronic pain, so I totally understand that living with something like that is also extremely difficult, but this is just my situation. Managing mental illness can be really difficult. I'm a dog person, I've always loved dogs, and I decided after fostering some dogs that I wanted to get an ESA because I felt like all these dogs, they just really helped my depression and anxiety, and having something to take care of just helped so much. And I won't get too in depth of why I need an ESA. It doesn't matter why I need him. It just matters that I have him. And it's so important to me that I have him in my life. He helps me so much. You don't even know. I get out of bed every day because of my dog. And I did not expect to get emotional in this video, but that's what's happening. Basically, what I'm saying is, I need an ESA, and I'm not trying to cheat the system, but I know there are people who are trying to cheat the system and trying to make their family pets their ESAs, and on top of that, trying to make their ESAs service dogs. It's terrible what's happening, and I'm aware of that. but I'm also aware of the fact that there are people who need these online resources, and I was one of them. So I didn't have insurance, and I couldn't go to a therapist. I wanted to so bad, but I just couldn't because I didn't have the money. I didn't have the funds to go to therapy. I just was not financially stable enough to go to therapy, and I really just couldn't, like actually couldn't. And on top of that, my depression and anxiety was getting worse and worse and worse. And I didn't know why, I still don't know why. It's just, it goes in these cycles. And I felt like dogs have always helped me, and I really need an ESA. And I looked into it, and I realized that this is the right thing for me. But I also found out that you can do it online. So there's a lot of different sites out there, and I'm gonna go ahead and just ballpark that most of them probably are trying to get you to register your dog, put it on some sort of registry, or give it like a license. And I'm just gonna straight up tell you, that's a bunch of honestly. Your dog does not need to be registered. In fact, there's no registry for ESA or service animals. There's no papers for ESAs or service animals. The only thing you need for an ESA is your letter from a licensed therapist. That's it. Something I should put in right now is I am completely aware that service dogs and ESAs are not the same. ESAs are not family dogs, but I mean, he's a family dog. He's mine and my boyfriend's dog, but he also helps me emotionally, and he supports me emotionally, basically. And service dogs help with tasks. So if somebody's blood sugar is low, then a service dog their specific service dog might be trained to know that their blood sugar is getting low, and kind of like maybe nose bump them or somehow alert them and let them know. A service dog you need out in public, an emotional support animal you don't. Now, I mean, you can make if you want to train your dog to be a service dog, I think the first step might be for some people to make it an emotional support animal, but that doesn't mean that emotional support animals equal service dogs. In fact, that's false. That does not mean the same thing. You should never take your ESA out in public. It makes service dogs look bad, and that's that. In fact, you should never take your family dog out in public at all and slap a service dog vest on them. That's not okay. And that's not an opinion, that's a fact. That is not okay. Do not do that. But people are doing that nowadays. It's making real service dog handlers, real teams look bad, look like they're not real. And so they get denied access when they need it. It's just a whole thing, and I'm not gonna get into that. That's a whole nother video I can make. And I'll also link some videos down below of YouTubers that have really explained this situation in depth and are passionate about it. A good channel to watch if you want to know more about service dogs is Chronically Jackie. She actually passed away a few months ago. You guys should go watch some of her videos if you want more information on service dogs. Rest in peace, Jackie. I love her videos, so it was like really hard to hear that. I can't imagine what her family's going through, but I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm getting so off topic, but this is gonna be like a 30-minute video, but I think it's really important. So come here, come say hi to the people. Come here, buddy. They say hi? Come here. He's not allowed to do this, so he's like, what's happening? He's like, I'm not allowed to put my legs on your leg. Say hi. I say hi? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay. Personally, I think that it's not cool to make your family pet an ESA to get out of pet deposits and pet fees. But I also think that there's a reason that those sites are out there. And I think that they're of value to people who need ESAs but can't afford the fees every month and can't afford the pet deposit. Because a lot of times the pet deposit is way more expensive than what the ESA is going to cost. I think I paid like $130 to get a letter, which is kind of expensive. and it took a lot. It took some money out of my check that month. And with that being said, it is so easy when you have the money to just buy the letter, and just go on with your life and pretend you need the ESA. But something I am gonna say right now at the end of this video is that it is not cool to pretend you need an ESA. Just as much as it's not cool to pretend you need a service dog, which, like I said before, two completely different things, completely different situations. But it's just not cool. It makes the people who need ESAs look bad. And I'm gonna just kind of assume that that's probably one of the reasons my landlord was so angry. He probably has had people do this before and pretend that their dog is their ESA, when in reality it's just their pet that they don't want to pay money for. And it's sad that people do that. But I just want to let you guys know, I'm not one of those people. I had a situation where I really did not have another choice. I couldn't go to therapy, but if I could go to therapy, I would have 100% done it. 100% gotten that letter through my therapist, not paid $130. No, it's not cool for people to do that, but that doesn't mean to shut down all of the sites that are reliable. Because everyone's seeing all of these bad sites that shouldn't exist, they're canceling all the sites instead of realizing that, yeah, these are bad, but let's pick out the good ones. And I don't know what CertaPet's background is. I don't know what they believe in. I don't know if I should even be promoting this company. What I do know is I used them because I needed it. I had no other choice. And I think that people who were in that same situation can use it too, and it could be helpful to them. So that's what I think. And I have a feeling a lot of people are going to disagree with me. But I also think this is really important for those few people that are in the same boat, that everybody is so quick to say, don't use CertaPet, don't use these websites, they're not good. When in reality, there are good websites out there. And I don't know if they're necessarily good, but there are websites out there that are legal. They're completely safe, and it just is fine. Whenever I got Maverick, I got a letter from CertaPet. I had to fill out a questionnaire. It told me I was approved right away, which I thought was kind of iffy. And then it said I'm gonna get a call I'll get an email from a licensed therapist. So I got an email from a licensed therapist. She told me she wanted to set up a time to call me and see if I really needed basically just make sure I really needed an ESA. And she called me. We set up a time. She called me during that time, and it was like a few days later. I guess she was busy or something. So we set up a time a few days after that, and she called me and we talked it through. And she was a real therapist, listened to my feelings, understood why I needed an ESA. She was like, I think that you could really benefit from this, so I'm gonna go ahead and send you the letter. I don't know what the rate of people that don't actually get the ESA is, but what I do know is the fact that they even have real licensed therapists kind of just tells you something. Maverick, we're not playing tug. I'm working. Yeah, so I just think be kind. Don't jump to conclusions. Hear people out. Because before knowing about getting an ESA online, I truly didn't think it was the greatest. And I honestly, whenever I first made my YouTube channel in January, or first started making videos, I never thought I would tell people about this, that I got an ESA letter through CertaPet, because I hate that. Because I thought that people would judge me. And I thought, I don't want people to know, because I don't want people to get the wrong idea. Maverick, get to place. But I think I've come to realize that it doesn't matter what people think. It matters what people think. It doesn't matter what the ignorant people think. So people who watch this video and are still mad right now after watching the whole thing and are gonna make a hateful comment, it doesn't matter what they think. They didn't really think about what I gave out. But the people who are genuine, they listen to me, they wanna actually talk about it, it matters what they think. Hopefully I can engage with people with this video who are in the same situation I am. Before I end this video, I do wanna say one more time, it's not cool to make your family pet an ESA just to get out of fees and just to travel on the airplanes. It's just disappointing that people would do that. And if you're one of the people who are going to do that and you're watching this video and now you're like, oh, I can now do it from watching this, that was not what I was trying to get out of this. I want you to stop. This video is for the people who need ESAs and are in dire need of one and don't know how to get it. Last thing I want to say is a lot of people might be saying like $130 is a lot, you still have to pay that for the pet deposit. For me, $130 was a lot. It took like a lot of money from a paycheck from that certain paycheck that I took it out of. But at the same time, it just made sense in my situation. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment down below what you think of this video, if you want to see more videos like this, if this was your cup of tea, or if this was something you completely disagree with and you want to talk about it. That's okay too. If you disagree with me, please politely tell me in the comments and we can talk about it, and I will totally try to see your opinion, and I hope you try to see mine as well. And anyway, so I'll link the links I said I would link in the description, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!